Hello, it is ODST Journal once again with another Star Trek Online video. I was gonna make a video for Arma 3's Alpha, but that crashed on me, so I put that off and I decided to play this for a little while. Today I would like to show you guys a good Escort build. Obviously, with any sort of build in a MMO, this is up for debate. Chances are there's going to be some, if not a lot of people who might argue that this isn't the best build. This is more so a template that I want to show you, though, than an exact build. You don't have to follow exactly what I did or exactly what somebody else does. Go with what you want. As you can see, I have the Heavy Escort Carrier, which is the Akira class. Obviously, it's an escort, but it also has a complement of 2 wings of fighters that you can put into it. As you can see, my 4 weapons consist of dual heavy cannons and 1 forward torpedo. There is, like I said, some debate on whether or not the heavy cannons or just the regular cannons is the best way to go. I do like the dual heavy cannons. I put out a lot of firepower with them. What type of weapons you go with is up to you. Generally, it is considered that anti-proton and disruptor are the best due to their abilities, but really it's not a huge deal one way or the other. Similar thing with the torpedoes too, although quantums are pretty popular. I have the Mako set equipped. I see a lot of people tend to go with mixed sets. They'll put on part of the Borg set, or they'll put part of the Mako set, or various things. It's a lot of different versions of it. I do like the bonus that gives me the little ability to push back a Borg cube or push back a ship using the beam in space. In the back here, you get three phaser turrets. Generally, what you're going to want to do is when you're getting these weapons, and I didn't know this when I first started, but you're going to want to go for accuracy instead of critical damage or something. Accuracy means you're going to be hitting more often, which means you're going to ultimately be putting out more damage than you would with a critical hit raised chance. And that's also the same idea behind the phaser turrets, is instead of having a torpedo or a phaser beam in the back, you go with the turrets. Even though they're the weakest, they will always be hitting the enemy, even if you're not, even if the back of your ship's not facing the enemy, they'll still fire forward, so they put out a lot more damage than like a phaser beam would. For the devices, I have the red matter capacitor and the subspace field modulator. Both these are really useful. The field modulator is a good thing to raise your defense. Obviously, red matter capacitor increases your power settings for a temporary time. 25 might not sound like a lot, but it can make a huge difference. For engineering consoles, usually you're going to want to go with like neutronium and ablative hull armor or something along those lines. Just generally anti-damage ones, stuff that raises the damage resistance of your ship. A lot of people think torpedo defense system is kind of a waste of space. It arguably can be. It's not the most powerful thing, but it is nice for, say, destroying a Tholian web that you're stuck in, or if you're getting hit by a lot of fighters and they're stopping you from jumping to full impulse or something and you need to get out of the area fast to get somewhere else. That's a good way of destroying them really fast too. I have shield emitters to increase shield regeneration rates. And tactical consoles, you're going to want to go with 4 of the exact same tactical consoles, and what they are is going to depend on what type of weapons you use. So if you're using disruptors, you're going to obviously want to use one that increases the disruptor settings. If you're going with anti-proton, one that's anti-proton. In my case, I use phasers, so I use phaser relay. As you can see, it's a mix of all my weapons and stuff. It's still a process. I'm trying to get the best stuff, and for consoles that can be kind of tricky sometimes, but it's all pretty straightforward stuff. And then obviously for the hangar on this particular ship, I go with the advanced perjuring fighters. especially now that they're coming out with new Dominion ships and stuff like that, there's a lot more choices for players on what sort of fighters they want to use. You got Dominion fighters, you got Scorpions, you got Danube runabouts, you got, I believe shuttles are an option. On an escort or something, you're probably going to want to go with fighters of some form or another. Exactly what fighters, I don't really know which one's the best offhand. The Federation ship's kind of limited on some of the fighters I can use, but I do have the very rare advanced Peregrine fighters, or Peregrine, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But in some occasions you may want to use the runabouts for tractor beams or something, but chances are if you play with a group of people, you'll have somebody else who's capable of holding or debuffing an enemy, or if you guys work together fast enough, you won't even need to bother holding the enemies. It just depends on how well you work together with your team or not. Like I said, it's a pretty straightforward thing. If you guys have any questions or anything, you are more than welcome to post any questions in the comments section or message me here on YouTube. If you guys like the video, rate it up, subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more of this. Let me know if you want to see something different. And you guys have a good one.